Everybody, and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I have a book haul for you. That sounded bad. A book haul for you. It looks pitch black out. It's literally 5 o'clock at night, and it looks insane. It's been a long day. Didn't even put makeup on, but I was like, I got some book of the month books that just showed up, and I got a book outlet box that just appeared out of nowhere. And I figured I would do an unboxing for you. I've already unboxed the book of the month books, so they're kind of just in their packaging at this point because I unpacked it this morning thinking that my book outlet box wasn't coming until Wednesday, but it tricked me and came today. So I picked 3 books from the book of the month this month. I picked 1 for this month, and then I picked 2 from like back months, and then I'm now going back again and like checking out like what I've missed and what I want still. So sorry, it wants to update my computer in the middle of doing this. No, thank you. I'm in the process of going back and making sure I didn't miss anything before they go completely out of stock. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. This year, the book of the month for the book of the year for book of the month is Circe, which I really have kind of no interest in, so I haven't picked this one up. But if you were interested, this is what was voted on as best book of the year. I didn't vote for this one because I didn't read it, but these were some of the finalists, and yeah. There's a bookmark as always, and this month says, when you read about the lives of other people, you are a part of their lives, and for that moment, you inhabit their lives and you feel what they're feeling, and that is Compassion by Amy Tan. So the month pick that I picked this month was The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides? I have no idea. This book, so to be honest, all the picks this month I wasn't a huge fan of. I honestly thought I was going to skip the month, but then I was like, no, just pick one. And this is supposed to be a thriller. I believe it's like a woman, like she kind of has this like perfect life. And one night they find out that she shoots her husband like 5 times in the face or something like that. And now she like won't talk. And it's like this doctor is trying to get her to tell her story, and she like won't tell anybody anything. So I don't know. It sounds like it could be okay. I don't know. The jury's still out on this one. Then I picked up Watching You by Lisa Jewell, and I kind of thought I was going to be done with her after the last Lisa Jewell book that I read, and I saw that Lala over on Books and Lala read this one, and she liked this one so much better, and kind of reminding me to go into it knowing it's going to be a slower paced thriller and that I'll enjoy it more. It's about like one of those small towns again where like that street where like everybody knows everybody's business and somebody's watching everybody and there's always something going on, and I believe there's a murder that happens or something. You know me in thrillers. I had to give it a shot. I picked something over this one, which is why I didn't pick this one up originally when it was that book of the month. I'm trying to figure out which month it was that this one was the pick for. January 2019. That's interesting. Because this wasn't one of the 5. Maybe this was just a bonus? I don't know. I don't remember. Now I'm like, I don't remember. Now I have to go back and look. But the one that I definitely picked that was like way old was Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. And this one was like one of the very first like book of the months, I feel like. Yep, August 2016. I can't believe they even still have it in stock. Everybody's always raved about this, and I've kind of never given into the pressure of it, but I've heard that it's actually kind of a thriller and that there's all these like different dimensions, and you like live your life, but there's another version of your life living elsewhere. And this one day this man wakes up because he's trying, like his other self in this other dimension comes to his dimension, tries to like kill him to take over his life in this dimension or something like that. So I was like, actually, that does sound kind of intriguing. I feel like whenever I would listen to the synopsis of this way back in the day, I like never really cared to listen, and people would say it's science fiction, and I would kind of like turn the other way. So once I heard that description, I was kind of like, I could be into this. I could be into this. So I decided to grab it in this really stunning cover before it was too late. And then, guys, feel like I need to like readjust because if I'm going to show you this box, I need my like heavy lifters. So my mother-in-law and father-in-law were really wonderful and gave me a $50 gift card to Book Outlet. So I did some damage. I went a little bit over budget because of shipping and things like that, but it was that Boxing Day sale where like spend more, save more. So of course I went over $100 to save money. So guys, what is this? This is so big. I got 22 books. That was really dumb. After going like, I'm going on a book buying ban to, I'm buying 22 books. If it wasn't for the gift card, guys, I wouldn't have done this, but I did it. No shame and no turning back. Alright, guys. So, some of the books in here are books that I've been wanting for a really long time. Other books in here are books that I have no idea what they're about. Other books I have somewhat of an idea. Some of these books I really wanted because I missed the ability to just like go into a shop or go into a store and find a book and be like, I've never heard of this book and it looks amazing. Let me buy this book. I feel like we don't have those anymore now that we have like all of this book blogging. So some of these books I went into completely blind. I looked at Goodreads, but like nothing was like the hyped up hype of book, like BookTube. So let's just see what I got. Oh, of course there's a piece of tape that direction too. Okay, we're almost in, guys. We're almost in. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Alright, there we go. Ooh. Oh, they lowered this now. You only have to spend $20. Ooh. Except in order to get free shipping, you need it to be over $35. So that doesn't really help me. And I really only buy during big sales, so that actually doesn't help me. This is my crazy invoice. Is it 2 pages long? Oh no, it's only 1 page. But still, this is sad. But this entire box of books was originally supposed to be $109. Then I got $40 off because of the sale. But then tax was $4.42. So then the whole total came to $73.91. But then I had a gift card, so then I only paid $23. So to me, this looks awesome. But I did some damage. Did some damage. Let's get all the wrappings off. Alright, I'm so excited. So I got a combination of YA and young adult. Of course, that cardboard is going to mess with my lighting. Get out of here. Alright, so let's see. I know that this book goes with another one, so I'm going to hold off on that one until I find that one. Oh my gosh, I love looking at these books. Okay. Dog. This again, so the dog started barking like crazy, and I'm hoping that she's not going to continue right now. My husband is almost home, so hopefully he'll be able to corral her. But let's get started. So like I said, Reunited by Colleen Houck. This is the third and final book in the trilogy. This is her Egyptian novel series where this girl is in New York and she's at a museum and all of a sudden this mummy just kind of comes to life and she has to like bring him back, and there's brothers involved and love triangles and things like that. And I just felt like I wanted to make sure that I finally finished up this trilogy because I read the first 2 books and I just needed to read the third one, and these covers are like the most stunning thing you've ever seen. So finally got my hands on this one. Then a book that I always regretted not pre-ordering because I think I went on a book buying ban around the same time this book was released, and that was Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett. And this follows a girl and a boy, and I think that they were like, they used to be friends, and now they're kind of like enemies or something like that, but now they have to go on this road trip together, and they obviously then connect. But the reason why I wanted this so bad was because of Alex Approximately was so good, and I knew I wanted this when it came out, and then it just like spiraled out of my knowledge, and I like kept forgetting to buy it, put other books in priority to it, and I wanted to see what else that Jen Bennett had to offer. So I'm really excited that I finally got this one, and I have her newest book pre-ordered because I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. Then I got, oh, this is not the cover it showed, but this is The First Husband by Laura Dave. The cover that they showed is the cover that I always love, and it's got like a whole bunch of like button-down shirts like folded on the cover. And this is the same author who wrote 800 Grapes. And so that's why, like, I had already put this on my TBR before I had read that one, not realizing that they were the same author. But I believe this girl ends up meeting... Oh, I guess this girl is with this guy, and then the guy is like, sorry, like, I met a woman from my past, I'm leaving you. And then she gets really upset with that guy, so then she meets another guy, and I guess they're like, they finally get married, and then she wonders, like, did I make the right choice? And then, of course, the first boyfriend comes back and is like, sorry, I messed up. And now she's like, what do I do now? Like, did I make a huge mistake marrying this other guy? Was it a rebound? Like, what happens? So... I don't know. It sounded really good. It's really, really short, and I think that it'll be pretty enjoyable. It reminds me kind of a Taylor Jenkins Reid. I can't think of One True Loves. Sorry, my husband's texting me. And then the next book that I got was also another Laura Dave novel. And of course, do you think that they're the same size at all? Nope. That's okay. And this is Hello Sunshine by Laura Dave. This is the newest book that she just released. I believe it just came out this past year. Yep, 2017. And it's this woman, and she's like this culinary star, and she has millions of fans and cookbooks and all this stuff, and then she gets hacked, and so all of her secrets kind of get revealed, and then she, her fall from grace, like where she's like known and popular, all of a sudden she starts falling, and it's catastrophic, and they want to know, like, can she, like, come out of this destruction of her life and come back and be what she always was. So, sounded really good. I knew when this was coming out. I almost pre-ordered this, and then I didn't. And when I saw it on Book Outlet, I was like, yes, this recently just got released. So, I was excited to pick it up. Mad that they don't match, but it is what it is. Then I got this one, which has been kind of on my TBR for a while. It's been on my, like, Goodreads to read list, but I, like, always pass it up for other things. And this is 9 Women in One Dress by Jane L. Rosen. And this follows these women, and I believe that there's obviously this dress, and I think it fits, like, 9 different women or something like that, and they all have, like, a different need for the dress and things like that. So it's one of those cute little chiclety books that I hope will be really fun to read, and I cannot wait. Clearly, I'm really excited, though. Look at all these, like, pink style books. Pink is my favorite. Then I grabbed this book, which has also been kind of on my to-be-read list on Goodreads for a really long time, but I've always, like, never really heard too much about it, and I finally decided this is my chance. And this is The City Baker's Guide to Country Living by Louise Miller. I had the hardcover on my wish list for a while because I remember seeing it on BookTube at least once, where somebody mentioned it, and I believe it's this woman who's a pastry chef, and then I think she ends up having to live in this, like, small town, or this guy comes and lives in a small town or something, but, like, look how cute this is. This is, like, perfect. Like, I know it's got, like, Christmas trees on it, but I could totally still read this in winter, right? It looks so adorable, and I cannot wait. Then I got Hush Little Baby by Suzanne Redfern. And this is by the same author who wrote No Ordinary Life, which was about that girl, the little girl who ends up getting, like, YouTube famous and, like, how that affects her life. And I believe this one's more of a mystery. It says, if I stay, he will kill me. If I leave, he'll destroy Addie and Drew. So it sounds kind of like one of those, like, domestic thrillers and, like, domestic violence with how do you protect your children but protect yourself too. I don't know. It just I believe that this one sounded a lot, I mean, not that I didn't love No Ordinary Life's plot, but this one sounds more intense and more intriguing. So I'm hoping that this one will be better. Then the book, finally, the one that goes together, I believe, oh gosh, now I can't remember which one comes first. Maybe this one comes first. This one's called Forgetting August by J.L. Berg. Yeah, and it's about this girl, and she kind of feels like she, like, still sees this guy, but this guy is in a coma, so there's no way that he could be popping up around. But I guess he does wake up, and he has no memories, and he has no idea that he, like, even hurt her, and he wants to be the guy that, like, she really deserves. So kind of their romance, and then there's the sequel, which is Remembering Everly, which they go together. I believe it's a duology as far as I know, but it looked really cute. Really sweet romance, and I thought that this would be really fun. And I haven't heard too much about it, so it's not like a BookTube made me do it kind of situation. Then I also grabbed It's Always the Husband by Michelle Campbell. I was really in the mood to grab some thrillers. And when I saw this one, I know this one had been going around. I've been seeing the popularity of it in like Target and things like that. And I believe it's like these 3 girls, they meet as roommates, and then I believe one of them ends up standing at the end of a bridge and someone is urging her to jump. And how did this come about? So friendship, domestic possibilities, thriller, right up my alley. I don't know why I grabbed this one right now because I don't necessarily need it, but this is The Key of Valor by Nora Roberts. This is the 3rd and final book in the Key trilogy. I own the first 2 books. I don't know why I necessarily needed this one because I have not read the first 2, but for some reason it was calling to me that I needed it. And I love to like binge Nora Roberts. Like I love to read the trilogy straight through if I'm enjoying it. So maybe that was my whole plan. I don't know, but now I have it. It's here. Hopefully I like it. But I got the rest of the books. Like I'm really cheap too. So I think that's kind of where my head was. Like I want this cheap as well. So when I saw it cheap, I had to grab it. And I don't really remember anything about this trilogy at all. But this one was copyrighted 2004. So it's definitely one of her older ones. Alright. Almost through. Not really. I grabbed Kiss Mommy Goodbye by Joy Fielding. Like I said, I just really wanted some thrillers. And I know nothing about this one, like, in terms of, like, popularity, if people like it or not. But I believe this is about a girl and a guy, and they were once married, and I guess they're divorced, and the husband picks up the kids as, like, his weekly visitation. He tells them to kiss mommy goodbye, and then they disappear. Where did they go? I don't know. Sounds nightmarish. Just, I don't know. This cover is really interesting. It's very, like, glossy. So clearly I was into romance and thrillers, and I grabbed Roman Crazy by Alice Clayton and Nina Bocci. This is kind of a romance that takes place in Rome. Do I need to say any more? I love Rome. I love love stories that have to do with travel, and I think it's kind of a new adult-ish style where she's not super old and she's not super young, so it sounded really awesome, and I had to grab this one. Okay, let's see. Ooh, this guy. I feel weird about buying this one, but it's been, like, on my mind a lot lately, and that is The Glaring Court by Rochelle Mead. I received the little sampler of this book when it first came out, because, not before it came out, when I ordered Soundless, and I had heard really mixed things about this trilogy, and that, like, this book was not really that great, and people didn't like it, and they were, like, mad at Rochelle Mead, but I love Rochelle Mead, and I've missed her books ever since, like, reading The Vampire Academy and stuff like that. Like, I missed not having any books of hers to read, so I wanted to give this a shot, and this cover is just stunning. They had this sequel up there, too, and I almost bought it, but then I was like, if that many people really had issues with it, I was kind of nervous to just bite the bullet and buy both. So I was like, I'm just going to buy the first one, and we'll go from there. Then I have, oh, this is like a large and in charge book, and this is called Dreaming in Chocolate by Susan Bishop Crispell. There's this book, and then there was another book that had like an apple pie on the cover by the same author, and it looked fantastic, and I was like, I need this in my life. This revolves around a hot chocolate cafe. Why these don't exist in real life, because I would love a hot chocolate cafe, because I'm more of a hot chocolate fan than a coffee fan. She runs it alongside with her mother, and I guess the little girl, like, wants a dad, and I guess she sets her eyes on the biological father, and I guess, like, there's drama with the biological father. Do I go back with him? He broke my heart. Do I let him be in my daughter's life? What does my mother think since I'm running this business with her? I don't know. It just sounded really cute, and this cover is beautiful. I just wish it wasn't, like, the size of my face, but that's okay. And the funny thing is, it's not even a large font book. It's just, like, massive. Okay, now this book I could feel is going to be massive because I forgot I got this. More Nora Roberts, because why not? I got Lovers and Dreamers by Nora Roberts, and this is a bind-up of a complete trilogy Daring to Dream, Holding the Dream, and Finding the Dream, which I've always seen covers for. I've always seen like 1 or 2 in the store, but never all of them, or never the first one. So this cover just like stuck out to me as like a box of chocolates, and it looked really fun, and hopefully I'll like it. Okay, winding down, 5 more to go, guys. This one was like $1. It was like $1.19 or something. This is The Defense by Steve Kavanaugh. This is lawyer, husband, father, con artist, hustler, criminal. So this guy used to be a criminal. Now he's a lawyer, and he's turned to the good side, I believe, and now he's got to defend this guy who I don't think really wants to defend. And there's a sequel, which sounded really interesting too, but I was like, let me give the first one a shot first. But I just saw this on Lisa's channel, Books and Smiles, and she really liked this, and I was like, ooh, like, she really liked it. There's a good chance I would. Like, I had never even heard of this, but being $1.19, I was like, it sounds intriguing. I need to get it. So now that I've seen that somebody else likes it, I know it's not a completely, like, shot in the dark. Like, that's why it was $1.19, because it was awful. So let's see how this goes. The last YA book in here is The Goodbye Dates by Jeff Zentner. I don't even know why I grabbed this. To be honest, I haven't really heard too much about it. I know that I've heard a lot about The Serpent King, which I believe is by him. But I feel like this is about a guy who, like, he texts his friends, and they were apparently driving, and they get in a car accident. So he basically takes the blame for killing his 3 friends. So that sounded really intense. And I don't know, I just wanted it, so I got it. I grabbed The Twilight Wife by A.J. Boehner, another apparently short thriller. I didn't realize that thrillers could be this short all the time. It says, what if everything you remember is a lie? And I guess it's a marine biologist who has a driving accident, which leaves her with complete memory loss, and now she's kind of having flashbacks, and she's like discovering her past and what she knows to be true and what she thought was true. I don't know. Just sounded interesting, as all of them did. And then this one was kind of a random one. This is The Necklace by Claire McMillan. And it says, 2 generations of Quincy women, a bewitching jazz-age beauty and a young lawyer, are bound by a spectacular and mysterious Indian necklace. Glittering, Gatsby-esque, and emotionally resonant, captivating tale of love, loss, and family secrets. So I think that this necklace gets left behind to this family, and I think it ends up becoming like this big issue of who gets it and like the story behind it. But this cover just looked beautiful, and I had to get it. Historical fiction with some like mystery elements, just sounded good. And the last book I got was another Goodreads TBR, has been on my TBR forever, and I just never picked it up. And it's another thriller, and that is The Mentor. And this book is about a guy. It reminded me a lot, actually, of The Truth of Harry Corbett, except not. And this is about a guy who apparently, like, goes to college, has this mentor, and he's, like, trying to write a book, and I guess the mentor, like, comes and tries to, like, pitch him a book, and like, he's like, sorry, like, this book is so bad, I can't even do it. And then he is so mad at him that he then, like tries to get revenge or something like that. But then the more he reads his mentor's, like, book, the more he realizes that it's, like, a crime that had taken place years prior. So then he's like, did my professor, like, do this? Like, what's happening? I don't know. It sounded intriguing. It does not have the best of reviews on Goodreads, but I've been really wanting to try it. Like, it's always been on my list and on my idea of wanting to read it. So I was like, I just need to figure it out for myself and try it. So that's what I'm doing. So those are all my books that I bought, which were a lot. I know I have a lot of pre-orders coming soon, and I know that I wanted to buy myself some books too from Amazon, because the thing with buying from Book Outlet is you end up buying all these books that you're not necessarily 100% like for. It's just, oh, they were cheap, so I bought it. Oh, they were cheap, so I bought it. So I might treat myself still to some Amazon books, but I have not fully decided yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I have another vlog for you coming up that I just finished filming yesterday, so I've got to edit it and get it up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, everybody.